You picked up a system fragment and had the ability to travel through the heavens and all worlds, but each time you crossed it could only stay for 5 seconds. What can you do in 5 seconds? Before you can react. The system took you to a hot spring, which was a large area of swallows, and you couldn't help but take out your phone and snap a photo. Snap, and then you returned to the rental house with a slap sound. I just went to a women's bathhouse in the Hidden Leaf Village, because I saw Gangso with a murder weapon inside. After thinking about it, you don't know what you can do in 5 seconds, mainly because the world is different every time you cross it. But finally have such a treasure, it is impossible for you not to have it, either Hongfu Chitin, or the enemy smoke of the underworld, snap a hammer, crossover, only to see a girl directly hit your body, the spirit fruit in her hand was scattered all over the ground, you suddenly said, this time it seems to be an immortal cultivation world. Then you look at the girl who was hit, she is picking up the fruit, just when you are hesitating whether to grab it, the time is up, and you disappear in an instant, and when you come back, you directly give yourself a big belly. I hesitated, it turned out that I still had a conscience, but unfortunately an opportunity was wasted, but this is a red fruit that fell from you. It turns out that there is Taoist porcelain on the fruit of this fruit. You pick up the fruit and clearly feel that there is a trace of energy fluctuations inside, just about to bite but hesitate, how can I eat poisonous food with this kind of good thing? Wonkai, come here, let's each in half. This is a big dog running over after hearing the shout. Wonkai, your time to be loyal has come, saying that you broke the fruit in half stuffed into one size mouth. Wonkai happily ate the fruit, and then kicked his legs on the ground. Your eyes almost didn't come out. Damn, this fruit is actually poisonous. Wonkai, are you okay? I can't live without you. Next time there is fruit. I don't have a second dog. You shook Wonkai, but Wonkai didn't mean to wake up at all, however, he kicked his hind leg unconsciously twice, and then started fighting. It turned out to be asleep. I thought the dog meat hot pot was burned off tonight. After waiting for more than half an hour, Wonkai woke up. The hair on his body seemed to be smoother, and his eyes were much brighter than before. Wonkai was relieved to see that you were fine. You touched Wonsai's head, and then ate the half of the fruit in one bite. After eating the fruit, you only felt that there was a warm current flowing into your body. The whole person seemed to be a lot more relaxed, and then there was no more, just such a little effect, although it was a spirit dog, but this was obviously a big road. It seems that I have to practice my surgery for many years, and the next time I encounter this kind of thing, I will bring it directly to you, and the energy of the system fragments is only enough once a day, 5 seconds at a time. Time quickly passes another day. This time you are ready. As long as there is a good thing to grab it, it is over. Crossing. You cross directly at the entrance of a small village this time. There is a stone monument outside the entrance of the village. On it is written the word Stone Village. Only to see a child holding a milk gourd is opening his mouth wide and looking at you in shock, with a trace of tits on his mouth. You also came back to your senses. At this time it has been 2 seconds. Looking around seems to be no one else except this child. Hold back the condemnation of your conscience. Bring it to you. You just snatched the bottle from the child's hand. After all, there is nothing else here. All. You can't take all the children away. Your figure disappeared in an instant after grabbing the bottle, leaving only a fierce child. Looking at the empty hand in his hand, the child's eyes instantly turned red. At this time you returned home and looked at the milk gourd in your hand. The little kid is quite strong. If it weren't for the lack of offensive energy, I might not be able to grab it. I saw a big mouse engraved on the gourd, although it was just a gourd of milk, but I could feel that the spiritual power inside was dozens of times that of the previous no spiritual fruit. So you directly pick up the milk gourd and squat. Just one bite makes you feel full of strength. It seems that I will have to do it every day in the future. One bite. It is estimated that it will not take a few days for me to become a Superman. As for that child, I can only say sorry. There will be compensation when I see you later. Today I will take you a pot of milk, and I will give you a jar of Sanlu milk powder in the future. I guarantee that I will not lose you. Crossing over, several men in robes in a restaurant were drinking and eating together, but at this moment, a figure suddenly appeared next to the table. You looked around, holding wine in one hand and serving food in the other, but found that both hands couldn't hold a few plates of food at all, and they still ate and accepted you. Then simply pull the table and the whole person disappears. In the rental house, you appear directly with a table. The food is good, but most of them are ordinary dishes. That is, chicken and wine have a little aura, and the rest are similar to ordinary dishes. Crossing over, oh no, help! You are on the run for 5 seconds. Crossing over, I saw you appear in the middle of a street, and a little girl was looking at you blankly, holding a string of candied haws in her hand. Bring it to you. I saw you disappear instantly after snatching the candied haws. Nan, where is your candied haws? I told you not to run around. A slightly older boy ran over and said, just now, a big brother snatched my candied haws, and then disappeared with a whoosh. Xiao Nan poked his finger and said aggrievedly. In the rental house, you bite into the candied haws and find that this string of candied haws seems to be an ordinary string of candied haws, that is, they are bigger and sweeter. Through. You don't dare to give him a drink, especially the loud sound he heard at the end of the sound of drinking medicine, which is so poisonous. Through. Raise your glass to the bright moon. Mom, come on. Through. You are familiar with this melon. Mom, come on. Through. 30 years in Hudong, 30 years in Heshi, the last days of youth are poor. When you hear the lines, you know who the young man in front of you is. Mom, come on. At this time, you want to grab the gunpowder ring, but you forgot. Even the smoke of the third stage of fighting spirit is stronger than you. It will be hammered back to you with a punch. It seems that grabbing things is not too easy. If you encounter hard tea, you will also have to be beaten. You took out the spoils of the past few days. What watermelon, apple, wine glass. Even the fingers of a dunking brother were snatched by you. It's a pity that they are all useless things. Through. You haven't grabbed it yet. Just a big-eared melon seed will be sucked over for you. trespassing into the palace of the Empress. Little thief, you have such a big guts. I saw a female guard lift you up directly. However, at this moment, you disappeared directly into his hands. Also disappeared was the supporting of female guards. What about the Egyptians? My knife is gone. I saved up snacks for 3 years. The high-quality mystery kit that I just bought. Return with your success. At the same time, you also took away a long knife from the female guard. That slap can't be white and short. How much do you have to bring something back? Through. Where? Hey, no one. You just want to reach out directly. But suddenly I found that there was no one here. At this time, you are standing in front of a huge tree. There were many baby-like fruits on the tree. It exudes an extremely intense aroma. Just by smelling it, you can feel that your physical fitness has improved significantly. This must be a good baby. But the tree is too big. Even the nearest fruit has to climb 5 or 6 meters away. Old thief. How dare you steal the fruit of life? I saw 2 people who looked the same flying directly towards you. It scares you so much that you can't help but feel a bit unhurried. At this moment, the time came. When you returned to the rental house, you hung the wall angrily. It actually directly hung a big hole in the wall. You are fierce all of a sudden. This is a cement wall. When did I become so awesome? Could it be that it is the fruit of that person's life? The nose is beautiful. He could live 306. It makes sense to strengthen my body. Through. This time you appeared directly at the foot of a mountain in a Tuier area. There was also a big car parked next to it. Now, what else can this grab? You look at it, there is no one within 5 meters of this. Even these 5 seconds are not enough for you to grab. At this moment, you suddenly find that the door of Damon's car is open. And if it's still hanging inside, I don't know if this thing can be taken away. Anyway, just try it for 5 seconds. Saying that, you sat directly inside. Then he disappeared instantly with people and cars. At this time, Yifan, who came to Mount Tai to travel, had just bought the sink and left. Then he was dumbfounded. Damn it. Where is my car? I'm such a big car. How to buy bottled water is gone. At this time, you appear directly in the rental house with David. You also have a fierce face. Actually brought it back. But how am I supposed to get him out? You must know that although you live on the first floor, but your door is not as big as the car door. And this is still a black car. You can't open it for you. It seems that the only way to disassemble and sell parts is to sell. But the car is still good. I feel like I can sell it for 100,000 yuan. Saying that, he looked for it in the car again. Is there anything valuable? Unfortunately, there is only one driving book. Yifan's name was written on it. This car belongs to Yifan. It shouldn't be the one in the sky. Yifan then didn't even pull out the car key. Never mind. No matter what he reverses. Anyway, now the car belongs to me. At this moment, a phone call came. Chen Zi. Help me. Your father and I suffered. There are zombies here in Yejia village. A young man's voice came out of the phone. You don't believe it at all. Roll the cap. How can there be zombies in this world? If there are zombies in this world, I'll eat it live. The words are not finished yet. A video call on the other side bounced over. As soon as I connected, I heard a roar. I saw the good brother Blackbean was lying on the roof shivering. I'll eat it live. Eat in yawn. Call the police. I also gave this case in the past. But they don't believe me. You specifically said there are zombies. It's strange that they can believe it. You say you crashed the terrorists. In the trading phase. About dozens of people still carry guns and shoes. You are being hunted now. So he hid in Renjia village. Let them drop a company of special forces first. Damn it. You can still say that. It's still my brother Ze who is reliable. I'll call right away. Not good. My phone is running out of battery. Die for 30 seconds. Ze saved me. Saying that, there is no black bean phosphorus on your side. Isn't this playing with calves? You quickly stuff your equipment into the car. It took another 5 minutes. A big hole was carved out of the wall with a hammer. Then drive up and run. Drive towards Rinjia village at a speed of 40 yards. But you didn't choose to call the police. After all, the police may not be able to deal with zombies either. If you go, you probably have to send a wave first. Even if you win, you will probably have to die a lot. And isn't this with you, the little Superman? First of all, you are definitely more powerful than zombies. Secondly, you also have a sword that sharpens iron like mud. Cutting zombies is almost over. Like this. Zombies can't get in at all. After 20 minutes, you kicked the accelerator and rushed into Rinjia village. At this point, you can already see a large area of zombies. These should have been formed by villagers' incidents. It seems that the action is not fast. Stiff movements. You park your car in a corner. Immediately a few zombies noticed. staggers towards you. You turn the knife in your hand upside down. Think about it or give up. The knife is too short. You are still afraid of being caught by zombies. So you pick it up directly. I don't know whose shovel it is. Directly slap the zombie in front with a shovel. The head blooms instantly. Slap fly with your current power. This zombie is not street trained at all. Black hole. Dad is here to save you. If you are still alive, make a sound. As you spoke, you heard the roof in the distance. There was a sound. Boy. Let you make a sound, you really make a sound. You slap your feet away from the zombies that stand in your way. Ran directly over there. Get down. When you came to the side of the house, you shouted directly. Haidu heard it and stretched out the ladder down. Soon the black beans landed. You use a shovel with one hand to slap two zombies in the encirclement. Pull the black bean and run towards the big run. Get in. Saying that, you went straight into the driver's enclosure. With a foot on the accelerator, he rushed out with the black bean who had just gotten into the car. The zombies behind you can't even eat your exhaust. At this time, you only dare to drive 40 yards. Directly soared to 1.8 million. To be honest, where is your soil so fast? After a while, the zombies will throw you away. At this time, you dare to slow down and stop on the side of the road. The main thing is that your little heart needs to slow down. You know, you haven't touched the car a few times at all. I haven't tested my driver's license yet. Goose scared me to death. It turns out that there are really zombies in this world. Black Beans also crawled out of the car softly. This was probably his most thrilling day. He originally came here to find a friend. But I heard that there is an old lady here who wants to take care of the dirt. He and his friends went to join in the heat out of curiosity. Then I heard something from a Taoist priest. Dragonflies can't touch water. The purpose should be cement or something. Anyway, he didn't understand much. In short, after the old lady came up, it popped out directly. Then the Taoist priest got cold. Needless to say, what happened after that? His friend should still be wandering around the village now. That is, he runs fast and steps high. Otherwise, he would probably stay there. Just when the two were still chatting, a group of zombies dressed in Qing Dynasty costumes suddenly jumped out. The speed was extremely fast, and it was completely unmatched by the previous walking corpses. Damn, why is there still one? Haidu's face turned green when he saw the zombie. But fortunately, the zombies here are not as good as in the village. It looks like 7 or 8. But it can be seen that these zombies are significantly stronger. It seems that you can only listen hard. Saying that, you pulled out the previous shovel from the car. Hand it to the fierce black bean. Take it. Remember not to let them get close. Haidu saw it with a moved face. You gave me all the weapons. So what do you use? Your eyes are flat. I'm just casual. As he spoke, he directly pulled out the mysterious sword. The knife light is on the chain. The cold light resembles a bend of autumn water. A zombie was solved with a direct knife. The black bean behind him saw it. I thought these zombies were just silver gun wax. It's a shovel when you go up. But the backhand was drawn away by the zombie. After a while, these zombies will be crushed and trapped by you. However, there was a burst of applause. I saw a man in a black robe and 2 tall zombies walk out slowly. My century-old jumping stone copper skin iron bone. Unexpectedly. Under your sword. This is so vulnerable. Saying that, he controlled the 2 bronze lions forward. Step out of a big door. You snorted coldly. I was really afraid of you. Then raised the long knife with one hand. I was about to wave it. It doesn't matter what poem you have. I have to turn into a death poem with a knife. But at this time, a yellow paper crane suddenly appear behind you. Headlong on your wrist. The long knife fell in response. The man in black robes pinched his hands. The long knife flew into his hand in an instant. Hee hee, boy. You think I'm talking so much nonsense to you? For what? The black-robed man who got the sword laughed hi hey. In fact, he is not an adult. It's just that I was lucky enough to pick up a pamphlet a few years ago. Thus, his path of evil cultivation was opened. Over the years, he has killed people and practiced corpses. Look up at the corpse and control the body. Numerous crimes committed. Once it comes out, it will be dead and unburied. And this time Runjia village. His original intention was just to practice a flying foot. But I don't want the old lady to jump out. It will destroy the spirit of the village. Now he can only take advantage of the situation to ferment. You have to escape abroad. Therefore, the 2 people in front of them must die. Ha 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 ha. Now there are no knives. I see what you used to fight me. That's when you pull out a pistol. The laughter of the man in black robes stopped tremblingly.